Hello and welcome everyone. Today is a new day and we are going on doing the same question answers or chapters and a lot of things. But the most important thing that we should know is what are the common errors that we make, right? To speak English when you are going to say something to somebody, it is important that you speak the correct English. So correct English, to learn that we have to find out our common mistakes. So we will start with that. There would be part 1 and part 2 of the video. There would be 10 sentences. You will see that many of them, they are very common, but many of them you make. These are the mistakes that we generally make, and so we will try to solve them so that we do not have any problem, any issue in solving the tens or any other exercises in our ICC, ISC, CBSE, whichever board you are. Even if you are not a student, you just want to learn English, it is important that you learn these basics. So, without any delay, let's begin. So, most common errors. This is a trial whether we know correct English or whether we make certain mistakes, which we think is of course not a mistake. So there are many sentences which truthfully I can say that I too felt that yes, this can be something which we do not know actually. So let us find out what are the most common errors that we make and let's speak the correct English. Let's begin. This is part 1 of the video. You will get another part 2 also soon. So first one. The marks we got this time were very less. First, let us think what can be the mistake. The marks we got this time, we don't find any mistake. It must be were very less in this much only. So what can be the mistake if we think deeply? Were is of course correct, right? Because marks, it is plural. So of course that subject verb agreement that we have done, marks is the subject, so word it should be plural, there is no mistake in it. Then what can be the mistake? Very less. So marks is countable, correct? We can count it. Less sugar, that is not countable, so less. But marks is countable, that means it has to be few. The marks we got this time were very few. Coming to the second one. Can you cope up with the work if you take on a new project? This is something that we always speak. But the incorrect thing over here is cope up with. Because we cannot say cope up. We have to say cope with. Can you cope with the work if you take on a new project? Are you okay with it? Can you do it together? Can you manage it? So cope with. Next, third one. Great variety of activities distracts the mind. Great variety of activities. Over here, subject verb agreement. Variety. Variety is, of course, the subject over here, not activities. If activities was a subject, then it would have been distract, right? But over here, variety of activities distracts the mind. There is no error at all because variety, so it should be singular. The subject verb wise, there is no error at all. Neither this one nor this one. Then which can be the error? A great variety of activities distracts the mind. A great variety. So in the beginning of the sentence, we have to add a great variety. Okay. Coming to the next one. His cowardice and weakness was shameful. So cowardice is one word, one subject. Weakness is another subject which is completely different from one another. So of course the verb which would be, as subjects are two, verb should be plural. So it is his cowardice and weakness were shameful. Next one. The tallest of the two men returned back yesterday. The tallest of the two men, nothing is wrong over here. Returned, of course, it means you have gone somewhere, you came back to the same place. The word return itself means you have returned to the same place again. So we will not use the word back over here. The tallest of the two men returned yesterday. That's correct. Next one. Neither of the boys brought their books to class. We have learned that neither of the boys means neither me nor you. Both singular, which means they are singular subject. That means it should be singular over here. Brought their books to class is wrong. It should be neither of the boys brought his book to class. So not his books, but his book to class. Singular. Next, number 7. Aditya and me are going to the market. So Aditya and me, this is a very, very common mistake. When we are using I as a subject, we are not going to use the word me. When it is used as an object, when we are talking about myself, you will first see whether it is a subject or object. If it is acting like a subject, Aditya and I, they are subjects. So I. But if you are talking about Aditya and my friend scolded me, then it is acting as an object. So it should be me, not I. So number 7, Aditya and I are going to the market. I quite approve of you going abroad. Over here, what is the mistake? I quite approve of you going abroad. First, I did not even see the mistake over here, truthfully. Then I realized that yes, I quite approve of your going abroad. This action that you will go abroad, this is what I approve. So your going abroad is correct. Next, number 9, being a fine day, I went out for a walk. Now, if I say being a fine day, that means I am being a fine day. So, I am not the day, no? So, it being a fine day, I went out for a walk. So, it word has to be added before the word being because the subject is different in the first part of the sentence. It is not I. If you write this kind of a sentence, the subject becomes I itself. So, it being a fine day, so first change the subject to it, then you talk about myself, I went out for a walk. Number 10, she was so tired that she laid down. Here, to be very particular, laid down is a complete incorrect word. Lay down. She was so tired that she lay down. There can be two mistakes, sometimes so and that is also a mistake. Sometimes we do not put so in one place and that in the other place. Both of them should come together in a sentence. She was so tired that she couldn't walk. She was so sad that she couldn't speak. So and that should come together. But here both of them are correct. So it is not a mistake. This one and this one is not a mistake. The mistake is laid down. It should be Layd. She was so tired that she lay down. Okay. So that's all the 10 sentences. I think you have realized that there are many mistakes that we make, but we don't realize. So let us realize a little bit of our mistakes and in the same manner as many of you were asking me how to write compositions, what are the things we should take care of. So grammar is the most significant part of it. If you make more mistakes in grammar, your marks will of course be less. So we will of course be few. So we should be particular about grammar and therefore we will correct our existing errors. Alright. In the next video too, I'll continue with this. There would be a part 2 and let's see if we can come up with any more videos of this. If you like it, if you want more of such videos, do write to me in the comment section. Bye.